for the next backstory as you guys seem to really like the first one. This one isn't based around drama though. This is based on a person that every boxing player has heard of or seen before. This video is about Mr. Throbpenz himself. This interview with him took over 3 hours because we couldn't stay on topic. But I wouldn't make you people sit through all that. Back in 2017 when Throb had started playing Roblox, he only played on Xbox. No computer, no mobile. He was going through Roblox games in mid-October, looking for something good. Boxing Simulator caught his attention because he liked the idea of growing in size as you get more strength. He grinded to 60,000 thinking that was a lot. However, a few days later he met someone named Nanny Doso who had over 1 million strength. Throb was doing everything by hand, had no idea what an auto-clicker was. He was manually grinding strength with other noobs, wearing his big smoke shirt, gaining slow. About a month into the game, he became friends with Green Puffer and Moto Girl. Players I'm sure a small portion of you know. It was at this time that Moto Girl sparked a competitive nature in the young Throbby. However, she would make $1 million a week when Throb manually grinded 200,000, still not knowing about auto-clickers. Around the time of Thanksgiving in 2017, Throb had quit Boxing Simulator, as he could not compete with the other players. Before he left, he and his brother would troll someone named Cruel Wall, now known as Toxic Deadlord. Remember him? He's playing a role later down the line. Throb also became friends with Boxing Sim 2001 and Y-Hubs. Remember Y-Hubs? He's important further down the story as well. I had also left Boxing Simulator around this time, so Throb and I had no idea who each other were. Anyways, Throb came back to Boxing Simulator in February of 2018. He came back with a brand new laptop to help lead him to victory. When he came back, he figured out a little game bug exploit. He would delete the Boxing Simulator shirt from the inventory, then buy it back and it would give another double weight. In total, he had spent over $2,000 on double weights to push him forward. He had told others about this secret, hoping it would remain a secret. It didn't. Everyone soon learned about it, but very few did it, as Throb had proven it was an expensive form of lifting. After he had gotten a whole 14 million strength, he showed it off to a friend of his named Y-Hubs. Remember him? From a little while ago? Anyways, Y-Hubs was pleasantly shocked with Throb's gaining. He took him into a server with Artful Dodger 67 and Psychotic Nubby, two of the players who played a big role in my last video. At the time, Y-Hubs wasn't on good terms with those two, and Y-Hubs thought since Throb was there to back him up a bit, he took the opportunity to tell Art he was going to take his throne. You know, really get the drama stirring. Then Y-Hubs invited Messias into the server. Throb sorta stood there, not having a single clue what the hell was going on. Since Throb was so much stronger than Mess took the opportunity to try and be buddy-buddy with him. Mess then left, and then Art told Y-Hubs to take his hacking friend and leave. That left a bad taste in Throb's mouth. That day, Throb had a new motive, to pass Art in strength. He had gotten to around 22 million when he got an urgent message from Boxing Sim 2001, telling Throb he needed help. Mess was fighting Art and Jackie and was losing hard, so he needed a hand. Art was around 6 million more than Throb, so it was those two fighting while Jackie and her daughter fought off Mess and Boxing Sim. Fight went on for a few hours, ending in a bit of a tie, with Art slightly winning. And that was the first and last time Throb had a serious fight with someone. Everything after that was a friendly 1v1. Art was the first to 30 million strength, but Throb passed him and beat him to 40 million. Around that time, he met Gleaming Milo, another player who was over 30 million. Milo was a very chill player, so there was never any problems between himself and Throb. For a while, nothing really went on for Throb. He was the first to hit 100 million strength, which he hit in June that year. Throb had spent over $2,000 on doubles, and in August, a player named Rashkul had dropped him a double weight. Throb had asked how he did it, but Rash wouldn't budge. He eventually found out through Moduox. Again, Throb had quit Boxing Simulator after reaching 154 million strength. Then in November, Boxing Simulator 2 was shut down. Throb stuck to Superpower Training Simulator until Boxing Simulator 2 reintroduced. He hadn't begun the day it came out. He came in a few weeks later. He figured out about pullover macro and began using that. Another player named Tross tried trading auto-clicking info with Throb, but he said no way. And for the time, Throb kept pullover to himself, gaining strength at faster rate than the rest of the community. Now do you remember Cruel Wall? I told you to remember him. Anyways, he was an absolute mouth breather. Literally too, he had a hard time breathing. He had recorded a video of Throb lifting in a public server and put it on his small channel. Someone showed Throb the video and that sparked an idea for him to make a YouTube channel. And so he did. That's when and why Throb's channel was made. If anyone's going to benefit from his name, it'd be him. Some time had passed and Throb and I became friends after he brutally murdered my poor alt in the Rumble ring. Throb finally shared pullover with Royal Reaper, a known boxing player clown. Reaper obviously abused this, which is what everyone but Throb had predicted. I was then taught about pullover and made very good progress, passing Reaper in short order and taking on the number 2 strength spot. Reaper felt he was getting cheated out of a strength spot when Throb showed me pullover, so he went on a spree of teaching people pullover. Throb no longer held the advantage of auto-clicker, but he did hold the advantage of making the most with it. But 50 million strength a week wasn't enough for Throb. He wanted more. He did some digging and found a farming script. No one had done that before. The script didn't work, but it gave Throb the idea to use scripts instead of macros. He then found the good farming script, the blue one many people have seen nowadays. I had also gotten it and the two of us distanced ourselves from the crowd with immense strength gains. Throb had almost broken my computer around this time, but that's a story for another time. He had finally hit 500 subscribers on YouTube and continued to soar. He was closing in on 1 billion strength, a number that was only imagined of in the first boxing simulator. His 1 billion strength video acquired over 70,000 views. He hit 1 billion in September of 2019, and began to lose the desire to keep grinding. In October, Saber Simulator was taking off and he had hit 1,000 subscribers. October 20th, Throb made his final Boxing Simulator 2 video, his video about reaching 1,000 subscribers. I thought it was very good, and not just because my username was in the song for the video. And well, the rest is history. He began Saber Simulator, and when that died, he began branching to other games. And now look at him, at 100,000 subscribers. From humble beginnings in boxing simulator to reaching a silver play button on YouTube. Although the boxing community is small now, Throb, we're all very proud of you. And we'll see you at the 1,000,000 subscriber mark. I'm glad I was able to do this type of video, especially for such a close friend. Until next time folks.